I'd like to begin with a song called The Keys of Canterbury. There's a theme which is common to many folk songs, that of the young man offering a variety of gifts to his girl in the hope that she will accept one of them and marry him. But the ending in many of these songs is quite different. Some girls will accept only true love. Some want his house and land, others want the key to the chest where he keeps his money, and the girl in this particular song refuses many gifts, some extremely practical, others rather strange, and finally settles for one which she thinks is very beautiful.
Oh, madam, I will give to you the keys of Canterbury, and all the bells in London town shall ring to make us merry, if you will be my dear, my sweet, my only joy, and walk along with me anywhere. Oh, madam, I will give to you a pair of boots of cork, one made in London, the other made in York, if you will be my dear, my sweet, my only joy, and walk along with me anywhere. Oh, madam, I will give to you a little silver bell to ring for all your servants and make them serve you well, if you will be my dear, my sweet, my only joy, and walk along with me anywhere. Oh, madam, I will give to you a bed of down so soft that you might lie under, and I might lie aloft, if you will be my dear. Oh, madam, I will give to you a broidered silken gown, with 7 yards a drooping and trailing on the ground, if you will be my dear, my sweet, my only joy, and walk along with me anywhere. Oh, sir, I will accept of you a broidered silken gown, with 7 yards a drooping and trailing on the ground. I will be your dear, your sweet, your only joy, and walk along with you anywhere.
This next song is the story of a seduction and of a young girl sent to the market on an errand for her mother. She didn't get there.
A maid went to Dublin, her market to learn, to sell for her mammy 3 hanks of fine yarn. She met with a young man upon the highway, which caused this young damsel to dally and stray. Sit down beside me, I mean you no harm. Sit down beside me, this new tune to loo. Here is 3 guineas your mammy to pay. So lay by your yarn till the next market day. She sat down beside him, the grass was so green. The day was the fairest that ever was seen. The look in your eye beats the morning in May. I could sit by your side till the next market day. But when she got home, oh, the words he'd said and the tune that he'd sung still rang in her head. She said, I'll go find him by land or by sea, till he learns me the tune called the next market day.
This is a drinking song called Cruiskeen Lown. The Cruiskeen is a stone jar you keep your grog in southwestern Ireland. Stands about so high. There's also a family size, which has got quite a nice drop in. And the chorus, literally translated, means, my darling grog bottle, I love you very much, what would I do without you? Let the farmer praise his grounds, or let the huntsman praise his hounds, or let the shepherd praise his spot of scented lawn. But I'm all blessed on this, spend each charming night and day with me darling little Cruiskeen, lon, lon, lon. Me arms around me Cruiskeen, lon. Ah, grow ma grey ma Cruiskeen, shallanta gale ma vornin, grow ma grey ma cooleen, bon, bon, bon. Ah, grow ma grey ma cooleen, bon. Immortal and divine, great Bacchus, god of wine, create me by adoption thine own son, in the hope that you'll comply, that me glass shall ne'er run dry. Me darling little Cruiskeen, lon, lon, lon. Me charming little Cruiskeen, lon. Ah, grow ma grey ma Cruiskeen, shallanta gale ma vornin, grow ma grey ma cooleen, bon, bon, bon. Ah, grow ma grey ma cooleen, bon. And when grim death appears after few but happy years, and tells me, won't you come along with me, I'll shout, get out you knave, for King Bacchus gave me leave to fill another Cruiskeen, lon, lon, lon. Me darling little Cruiskeen, lon. Oh, grow ma grey ma Cruiskeen, shallanta gale ma vornin, grow ma grey ma cooleen, bon, bon, bon. Oh, grow ma grey ma cooleen, bon. So fill your glasses high, let's not part with lips so dry. The lark it now proclaims it is the dawn, and although we can't remain, we will surely meet again to fill another Cruiskeen, lon, lon, lon. Me darling little Cruiskeen, lon. Ah, grow ma grey ma Cruiskeen, shallanta gale ma vornin, grow ma grey ma cooleen, bon, bon, bon. Ah, grow ma grey ma cooleen, bon. This is another famous Irish drinking song. At least it's famous with me. It's called the Moonshiner. Probably you all know what moonshine is. Whether you've tried it or not is a different matter. I can recommend certain stuff, some of it, but some of it's rather awkward. There was a case of a man called Donahue in 1956, I think, very recently. An Irish emigrant who brewed his own in Chicago and unfortunately left it in the station, and 25 policemen were killed as a result of sampling it. This is it probably explains why he was in America and not in Ireland. If you're a good brewer, you can always make a living in Ireland. I've been a moonshiner for many a year. I spent all my money on whiskey and beer. I'll go to some hollow and set up me still, and I'll brew you a gallon for a 10-shilling bill. Ah, moonshine, oh, how I love thee. You've killed me old father, but you try me. Oh, bless all moonshiners and bless all moonshine. Its breath smells as sweet as the dew on the vine. I'm a rambler, I'm a gambler, I'm a long ways from home, and if you don't like me, well, leave me alone. I'll eat when I'm hungry and drink when I'm dry, and if moonshine don't kill me, I'll live till I die. Ah, moonshine, oh, how I love thee. You kill me, old father, but you try me. Oh, bless all moonshiners and bless all moonshine. Its breath smells as sweet as the dew on the vine. Unfortunately, like most samplers of their own produce, I'm subject to lapses of memory. And so, in between times, while we think of the next verse, I think we ought to have another chorus, or I shut up. Oh, moonshine, oh, how I love thee. You kill me, old father, but you try me. Bless all moonshiners and bless all moonshine. Its breath smells as sweet as the dew on the vine. For want of anything else better to say, amen. This is a song about an Irish gentleman who wasn't politically mad, religious mad, or even booze mad. It's about a chap called Brian O'Lynn. Brian seems pretty stupid, but he improves with age. He's like good whiskey. Brian O'Lynn was an Irishman born. His clothes were in tatters, his shoes they were torn. His coat it was ripped and it let in the wind. I'm very well dressed, says Brian O'Lynn. Brian O'Lynn had no hat to put on, so he went to the pawn shop to get him a one. There was none of the crown, there was less of the brim, but it's fine ventilation, says Brian O'Lynn. Brian O'Lynn had no breeches to wear, so he got an old sheepskin and made him a pair, with the fleshy side out and the tickle side in. They're pleasant and cool, says Brian O'Lynn. Brian O'Lynn went to courting one night. He set both the mother and daughter to fight. To fight for his hand they both stripped to the skin. I'll marry you both, says Brian O'Lynn. Brian O'Lynn and his wife and wife's mother, they all lay down in the bed together. The night it was cold and the blankets were thin. I'll sleep in the middle, says Brian O'Lynn. Amen. Song called God Bless England. It was written by a gentleman who had anything but the blessing of England in mind, called Paddy. And this is one of those, it's what's commonly known as a sentence. If there's any English in the audience, I'd like to tell you that every word is meant. He sincerely loved Mother England. Actually, the story behind it is that everybody used to write songs rubbish in the English, so somebody came along and said, well, they're not so bad, they've only bumped up 3/4 of the population and robbed us for 800 years, let's sing them a nice song. So they did. I'll sing you a tale of peace and love, whack full a diddle all the day do day, of the land that reigns all lands above, whack full a diddle all the day do day. May peace and plenty be her share that kept her home from want and care. God bless England is our prayer, whack full a diddle all the day do day. Well, whack full a diddle all the day do day. So we say hip hooray, come and listen while we pray, whack full a diddle all the day do day. When we were savage, fierce and wild, whack full a diddle all the day do day. She came like a mother to her child, whack full a diddle all the day do day. Gently raised us from the slime, kept our hands from hellish crime, and sent us to heaven in a round good time, whack full a diddle all the day do day. Whack full a diddle all the day do day. So we say hip hooray, come and listen while we pray, whack full a diddle all the day do day. Our fathers oft were naughty boys, whack full a diddle all the day, do they? Pikes and guns, the dangerous toys, whack full a diddle all the day, do they? From Fontenoy to Peter's Hill, we made old England weep her fill. But our Britannia loves us still, whack full a diddle all the day, do they? Whack full a diddle all the day, do they? So we say, hip hooray, come and listen while we pray, whack full a diddle all the day, do they? Now Irishmen forget the past, to whack full a diddle all the day, do they? And think of the day that is coming fast, to whack full a diddle all the day, do they? When we shall all be civilized, neat and clean and well advised. Won't Mother England be surprised, to whack full a diddle all the day, do they? Whack full a diddle all the day, do they? So we say, hip hooray, come and listen while we pray, whack full a diddle all the day, do they?
Now this would, I think, be called a Welsh nonsense song. It's called Counting the Goats. It's a very simple thing, sort of a man's out calling the goats, calling white goats, red goats, and for some reason or other, blue goats. Counting the goats. Oes gafretto, oes hepe gotro, ar y creigiau geirwan mae'r hyn afran crwydro. Gafar wen, I finwen, oel gan tonwen, aslys wen ach yn pon, wen. Gafar wen, I finwen, oel gan wen, aslys wen ach yn pon, wen. Oes gafretto, oes hepe gotro, ar y creigiau geirwan mae'r hyn afran crwydro. Gafar goch, I fingoch, oel gan goch, aslys goch ach yn pon, goch. Gafar goch, I fingoch, oel gan goch, aslys goch ach yn pon, goch. Oes gafretto, oes hepe gotro, ar y creigiau geirwan mae'r hyn afran crwydro. Gafar las, I finlas, oel gan fonlas, aslys las ach yn pon, las. Gafar las, I finlas, oel gan fonlas, aslys las ach yn pon, las. Now, a very plaintive Welsh love song. Most love songs are in Welsh. Romantic matters, we never seem to get the girl. This one is called Fair Liza. Lawer gwaith, o llawer ar mewn wynder maith, dim ond ag isan isagil, ac roedd o gwmyn well na mil. Van hangen lan hang a hawlid glir, tad I o'r lan a fan a blir, tad I sy'n peri paen a chrir, a thi sy'n dwyn fam mawyd I. An a fodwyn ffodio hannar ardd, amysg o blodau sydd yn hardd, an torri'r mwyn a fri allu môl, da hiraeth mawr am lisalan. An fodwyn mewn llawen i dy llon, Eddaw hiw bain a'i dan fam ron, wrth glawed sŵn a tan a'i môl, daw hiraeth mawr am lisalan.
This song is the Lag song. It's an Irish song written by Ewan MacColl and Peggy Seeger, and the lag is the Irish word for a prisoner. When I was a young lad, sometimes I'd wonder what happened to time when it passed. Then one day I found out that time just lands in prison, and there it is held fast. When I was a young lad, used to go courting and dream of the moon and the stars. Well, the stars are still shining, the dreams they are all broken on these hard iron bars. Look over the rooftops, out of the windows, over the walls, see the sky. Just one flying leap, and you could make your getaway if only you could fly. The prison is sleeping, the night watch is keeping its watch over 700 men, and behind every cell door a sleeping lag is dreaming, oh, to be free again. Got time on my hands, I've got time on my shoulders, plenty of time on my mind. There's no summer or winter when once you land inside here, just that old prison grind. This next song is a song that every male should know. Roberta, let your hair hang low. Roberta, let your hair hang low. I'll give you more gold than your apron can hold if you'll only let your hair hang low. Roberta, what's on your mind? Roberta, what's on your mind? You keep me blue most all of the time. Roberta, what's on your mind? Roberta, why you treat me so unkind? Roberta, why you treat me so unkind? You keep me worried and you make me so mad. Roberta, why you treat me so unkind? Roberta, let your hair hang low. Roberta, let your hair hang low. I'll give you more gold than your apron can hold if you'll only let your hair hang evening is sacred to you, while I toil the long day without shelter or cover, and fell the tall gums, the black-butted and blue. Full often I think of and talk of the errand. The heath-covered mountains are fresh in my view. Thy glens, lakes, and rivers look on and kill gerund, whilst chained to the soil on the plains of Emu. The ironbark and gum tree, their branches extending, in the shade of the trees rest the shy kangaroo, may be felled by the blessed with hope o'er them bending, to ease their rude toil though far exiled from you. But alas, without hope is our honor to grace me. Each feeling was crushed in the bud as it grew, whilst never is stamped on the chains that embrace me, and endless my toil on the plains of Emu. Hard, hard was my fate, far from thee to be driven, unstained, unconvicted, assured 'twas my due. I love to dispose of the freedom of heaven, but force won the day, and I suffer for you. For this land never broke, aught by promise was blighted. Deep treason this tongue for my country never knew. No base honored coin in my coffer ever lighted, yet chained I remain on the plains of Emu.
This is an English song. It's called Tom Pierce, Tom Pierce. And if you know all the people in the song, I'd like you to, if you feel like it, that is, to sing along with it. Tom Pierce, lend me the grey mare, all along out, along down, along Lee, for I wants to go to Whitcomb Fair with Bill Brewer, Jan Stewart, Peter Kearney, Peter Davy, Dan Whitten, Hattie Oak, old Uncle Tom Cobley and all, old Uncle Tom Cobley and all. Oh, when again shall I see my grey mare, all along out, along down, along Lee, on Friday noon or Saturday soon, with Bill Brewer, Jan Stewart, Peter Kearney, Peter Davy, Dan Whitten, Hattie Oak, old Uncle Tom Cobley and all, old Uncle Tom Cobley and all. Well, Friday came and Saturday soon, all along out, along down, along Lee, Tom's old mare, she had not trotted home, with Bill Brewer, Jan Stewart, Peter Kearney, Peter Davy, Dan Whitten, Hattie Oak, old Uncle Tom Cobley and all, old Uncle Tom Cobley and all. So Tommy went go to the top of an hill, all along out, along down, along Lee, and he sees his old mare making out with her will, with Bill Brewer, Jan Stewart, Peter Kearney, Peter Davy, Dan Whitten, Hattie Oak, old Uncle Tom Cobley and all, old Uncle Tom Cobley and all. Tom's old mare, she took sick and she died, all along out, along down, along Lee. Tommy sat down on the rock and he cried, with Bill Brewer, Jan Stewart, Peter Kearney, Peter Davy, Dan Whitten, Hattie Oak, old Uncle Tom Cobley and all, old Uncle Tom Cobley and all. But this ain't the end of this shocking affair, all along out, along down, along Lee, nor be they dread of this horrid career, with Bill Brewer, Jan Stewart, Peter Kearney, Peter Davy, Dan Whitten, Hattie Oak, old Uncle Tom Cobley and all, old Uncle Tom Cobley and all. when the wind whistles cold on a moor of a night. All along out, along down, along Lee, Tom Pearce's old mare doth appear ghostly white, with Bill Brewer, John Schurr, Peter Kearney, Peter Davy, Dan Whitten, Eddie Hawk, old Uncle Tom Cobley and Dole, old Uncle Tom Cobley and Dole. Oh, the sweetest girl I ever saw was sipping cider through a straw. The sweetest girl that I ever saw was sipping cider through a straw. I said, fair miss, I do implore, why sip you cider through a straw? I said, fair miss, I do implore, why sip you cider through a straw? She said to me, there ain't no law against sipping cider through a straw. She said to me, there ain't no law against sipping cider through a straw. So cheek by cheek and jaw by jaw, we both sip cider through a straw. Cheek by cheek and jaw by jaw, we both sip cider through a straw. And now I've got a mother-in-law through sipping cider through a straw. Now I've got a mother-in-law through sipping cider through a straw. This is the end, but there ain't no more of sipping cider through a straw. This is the end, there ain't no more of sipping cider through a straw. Thank you. This next song is an English song. It's called The Frog and the Mouse. There was a frog lived in a well, who-whipsy-diddly-dandy-dee. Full of the mouse lived in the mill, who-whipsy-diddly-dandy-dee. This frog he would a wooing ride, with a sword and a pistol by his side. With the head and scared and diddle and dead and whipsy-diddly-dandy-dee. He rode till he came to a mouse's hole, whoopsie-diddly-dandy-dee, where he most tenderly did call, whoopsie-diddly-dandy-dee. Mistress Mouse, are you at home? And if you are, will you please come down? With the head and scared and diddle and dead and whoopsie-diddly-dandy-dee. I dare not for my life come down, whoopsie-diddly-dandy-dee. My Uncle Rat has gone to town, whoopsie-diddly. Then Uncle Rat, he soon came home. He said, who's been here since I've been gone? With the hair I'm scared and diddle I'm dead and whipsy-diddly-dandy-dee. Here's a fine young gentleman, whipsy-diddly-dandy. He swears he'll marry me if he can, whipsy-diddly-dandy-dee. Then Uncle Rat gave his consent, and he made a handsome settlement. With the hair and scared and diddle and dead and whipsy-diddly-dandy-dee. So Frog and Mouse lived happily, whipsy-diddly-dandy-dee. They were blessed with children 3, whipsy-diddly-dandy-dee. One did croak, 2 did squeak. They had long tails and 2 webbed feet. With the head and scared and diddle and dead and whipsy-diddly-dandy-dee.
A lot of Appalachian songs that aren't the sort of unrequited love songs are songs that were written for a purpose. One time the violin was thought to be the devil's instrument, and dancing was a dreadful, dreadful sin. So songs like Skip to Maloo were created because these ones they could sort of, they were more or less games, something like the games that children play now, Ring Around the Rosie and such. Old Joe Clark is another one. It's full of nonsense right from beginning to end.
house was 15 stories high. Every room was in that house was full of chicken pie. Fare thee well, old o'clock, fare thee well, I'm gone. Fare thee well, old o'clock, goodbye, Betsy Brown. Old o'clock, he had a cat, couldn't neither sing nor pray. She stuck her head in a buttermilk jug and washed her sins away. Fare thee well, old o'clock, fare thee well, I'm gone. Fare thee well, old o'clock, goodbye, Betsy Brown. Old o'clock, he had a cow as never had been born. Took a jaybird 14 years to fly from horn to horn. Fare thee well, old o'clock, fare thee well, I'm gone. Fare thee well, old o'clock, goodbye, Betsy Brown. I went down to old o'clock, but old Joe wasn't in. I sat right down on the red hot stove and I got right up again. Fare thee well, old o'clock, fare thee well, I'm gone. Fare thee well, old o'clock, goodbye, Betsy Brown. I went down to old o'clock and found him eating supper. I stubbed my toe on a table leg and stuck my nose in the butter. Fare thee well, old o'clock, fare thee well, I'm gone. Fare thee well, old o'clock, goodbye, Betsy Brown. I wish I had a candy box to keep my sweetheart in. I'd take him out and I'd kiss him twice, put him back again. Fare thee well, old o'clock, fare thee well, I'm gone. Fare thee well, old o'clock, goodbye, Betsy Brown. Higher up the cherry tree, the robber grow the berry. The more you hug and kiss a girl, the sooner they're gonna marry. Fare thee well, old o'clock, fare thee well, I'm gone. Fare thee well, old o'clock, goodbye, Betsy Brown. Here's a very short song about a cat and a mouse. It's one of these folk songs that have a little bit of a moral tacked onto the end of it. Oh, the liquor was spilled on the barroom floor and the bar was closed for the night when a little mouse crawled through a hole in the wall in the shadow of the pale moonlight. He lapped up the liquor on the barroom floor and back on his haunches he sat, and all night long you could hear him roar. Bring on the goddamn cat. Then a black cat came from behind the bar and gobbled up the little white mouse. And the moral to this story is, don't never take a drink on the house. A farmer was plowing his field one day, oh, daddy be gay. A farmer was plowing his field one day when the devil came to him and to him did say, daddy be gay if you can be. See here, me good man, I have come for your wife. Oh, daddy, be gay. See here, me good man, I have come for your wife, for she's the bane and torment of your life. Daddy, be gay if you can be. So the devil, he hoisted her up on his hump. Oh, daddy, be gay. The devil, he hoisted her up on his hump, and down to hell with her he did jump. Daddy, be gay if you can be. But when I got there, the gates, they were shut. Oh, daddy, be gay. But when I got there, the gates, they were shut. With a sweep of her arm, she laid open his nut. Daddy, be gay if you can be. There stood a small devil with ball and with chain. Oh, Daddy be gay. There stood a small devil with ball and with chain. She upped with her foot and she kicked in his brain. Daddy be gay if you can be. Then 6 little devils jumped over the wall. Oh, Daddy be gay. Then 6 little devils jumped over the wall, saying, take her back, Daddy, she'll murder us all. Daddy be gay if you can be. So poor devil, he hoisted her back on his hump. Oh, Daddy be gay. Poor devil, he hoisted her back on his hump, and up to earth with her he did jump. Daddy be gay if you can be. See here, me good man, I have come with your wife. Oh, Daddy be gay. See here, me good man, I have come with your wife, for she's the bane and torment of me life, and Daddy be gay if you can be. Now there's one thing we women have over the men. Oh, Daddy be gay. There's one thing we women have over the men. We can go down to hell and get kicked out again. Daddy be gay if you can be. There once was a shearer by name Bluey Brink. Devil for work and a devil for drink. Could shear his 200 a day without fear, and drink without winking 4 gallons of beer. Now Jimmy the barman who served out the drink hated the sight of this here Bluey Brink, who stayed much too late and who come much too soon, at morning and evening, at night and at noon. One morning as Jimmy was a-cleaning the bar, with sulphuric acid he kept in a jar, Bluey come yelling and bawling with thirst, whatever you've got, Jim, just give to me first. Down in history you won't find it in print, but that Shearer drank acid with never a wink, saying that's the stuff, Jimmy, why strike me stone dead, this'll make me the ringer of Stevenson shed. All the long day as he served out the beer, poor Jimmy was sick with his trouble and fear, too anxious to argue, too worried to fight, seeing that Shearer a corpse in his fright. But early next morning as he opened the door, along come the Shearer asking for more, with his eyebrows all singed and his whiskers deranged, holes in his hide like a dog with a mange. Says Jimmy, and how did you like the new stuff? Says Bluey, it's fine, but I've not had enough. It gives me great courage to shear and to fight, but why does that stuff set me whiskers alight? I knew drink, but I must have been wrong, for what you just give me was proper and strong. Set me to coughing, and you know I'm no liar, for every cough set me whiskers on fire.